We all reach a point where we experience being shortlisted for the BA role that we've been dreaming of. But knowing how the interview will go and the questions you'll be asked determines whether you get selected for an offer or not. Keep watching because I will give you the answers to the top 8 questions that usually get asked during an interview. If you're new here, I'm Ace. I help BAs grow and succeed in their roles. So if you want to learn tips and techniques to enhance your BA skills, start now by subscribing. Watch until the end because I will share the common theme I've found in interview questions that has consistently resulted in job offers from companies. When you attend an interview, questions are usually categorized into 2 groups, technical and behavioral. Technical questions assess your understanding of the role and relevant skill set. Behavioral questions are usually situational, testing how you approach and handle various scenarios. To start, here are some common technical questions. First, when you apply for a junior BA role or transitioning from a different field, the first question you often encounter is, can you explain the role of a business analyst? The interviewer typically start with this question to assess your understanding of the role. They are looking for your ability to articulate the core responsibilities of a business analyst. While there may be different ways to answer this question, a concise and accurate response is, a business analyst acts as a bridge between the business need and IT solutions, helping companies make informed decisions by analyzing data and processes. The interviewer will often ask more questions to assess your understanding of the role. Another common question is, tell me about your experience with data analysis, or any similar questions that delve into your data analysis skills. If you have prior experience with data analysis, it's a good idea to review and refresh the skill before the interview. If not, reflect on past roles where you conducted extensive assessment related to data and how you use the results to benefit a project or a team. You can respond by stating, I use SQL, Excel, and Tableau to extract, clean, and visualize data, presenting actionable insights to the marketing team, resulting in an X% increase in sales. It's crucial to offer specific examples and provide further details to illustrate your point. Another question usually asked is, can you explain the difference between waterfall and agile methodologies, and when would you use each in a project? Here, the interviewer is trying to assess your understanding of the different methodologies used in business analysis. Make sure that you do your research on this topic. The most appropriate response to this question is to explain that waterfall is a sequential and structured project management approach, while agile is an iterative and flexible methodology. Waterfall is typically applied to well-defined and stable projects where all requirements are known upfront. In contrast, agile is preferred for complex and dynamic projects, emphasizing continuous feedback, adaptability, and collaboration among cross-functional teams. The next common question is, how do you gather requirements from stakeholders and what techniques or tools do you use in the process? The interviewer is not only assessing your requirements elicitation skills, but also your ability to articulate specific techniques. As a BA applicant, it's essential to deliver a clear and concise response. The best answer includes using techniques such as interviews, surveys, workshops, and document analysis. Also utilizing tools like use case diagrams, flowcharts, and data models to ensure a comprehensive understanding. Effective communication and active listening plays a pivotal role in interacting with stakeholders. This next one is an essential skill for a BA, and interviewers often ask this question to assess your ability to visualize and map business processes. Can you walk me through the steps you would take to create a process flow diagram for a business process you're analyzing? The best response to this question is to start by identifying the process boundaries, then conduct stakeholder interviews to gather their input. Next is to map out the major steps and decision points while ensuring clarity and accuracy. Finally, emphasize the need for iteration on the diagram based on feedback and validation, employing a collaborative approach to achieve a comprehensive and accurate process flow. Now, before we discuss some common behavioral questions in interviews, I want to quickly mention that it's important to use the STAR method when answering. This method involves describing the situation, tasks, actions, and results to tell your story effectively. It's crucial to be honest when responding to behavioral questions and include both positive and negative outcomes. Also, it's essential to understand that I can't give any specific answers to these questions since your responses will depend on your past experiences. My goal is to provide you with typical behavioral questions. It's up to you to reflect on your experiences and find the most relevant answers. One of the usual behavioral questions is, tell me about a challenging project you worked on. How did you identify and resolve a major issue or conflict within the team, and what was the outcome? In every project, multiple individuals are involved, including developers, testers, project managers, product owners, and more. The larger the project team, the higher the potential for conflicts due to diverse working styles. This question aims to explore how you manage and resolve conflicts that could impede project delivery. The next popular question is, discuss a time when you had to work with a difficult stakeholder or a client. How did you handle the situation, and what strategies did you use to maintain a positive working relationship? Stakeholder management is a critical aspect of a BA's role. Projects are guided by business needs, and stakeholders drive the specific requirements to deliver valuable products or services. Occasionally, poor communication with stakeholders or conflicting requirements leads to individuals resisting to change? This question explores how you handle such challenges, especially when they involve senior management. Another question is, describe a situation in which you were faced with changing project goals or requirements. How did you adapt to these changes and how did it impact the project success? When working on a project, you may encounter sudden changes that require a pivot. This often occurs in projects driven by regulatory changes or those following the agile methodology. This question assesses how you've managed such situations and your adaptability, patience, and attitude toward change. Other behavioral questions may be asked during interviews, but there is a common theme which most applicants don't realize: your ability to call out an issue, your approach in handling that issue, and your attitude towards that issue. Understanding these helps with your responses to any behavioral questions. Most of the time, employers don't solely seek the applicant with the right skills, but also the candidate whose behavior and attitude align best with the company culture and the team's ways of working. Now, if you don't have an answer to a specific behavioral question, it's important to handle the situation tactfully. First, be honest with the interviewer and let them know that you have not encountered such a situation before. Then, you can either share a related experience or describe how you would handle a similar issue in the future. Finally, whenever possible, crack a joke or two. This gives the impression that you are approachable and don't take things too personally. Fast forward a few days after the interview and you've been made an offer, review the terms and ensure the salary aligns with your experience and skills. Once you agree and sign the offer, watch this video to learn what you should do in the first 2 weeks to make a meaningful impact in the project as a new BA.